the quadratic expression is nothing but is a polynomial with second degree. A polynomial consisting the second degree term in it will be called as a quadratic expression. So, for instance, x square minus x plus 1, second degree term is of x square. So, degree is of 2 in it. So, it is a quadratic expression. Then now, if that second degree term's coefficient is of 1, that is x square's coefficient is of 1, then such a expression or a polynomial will be called as the monic quadratic expression or a monic quadratic polynomial. So, here first of all let us know about the quadratic expression. Here quadratic expression is nothing but a second degree term of a polynomial. Then now let us write the definition of it. If the polynomial is of degree 2, that means of second degree term, for instance say x square, degrees of 2 in it, then it is said to be a quadratic expression. So, here we can take example as x square minus 5x plus 3, in which second degree term is of x square, the degree is of 2. So, it will come under the example of a quadratic expression. Then now under it, in case if the coefficient of second degree term, that is degree 2 term, second degree term is 1, then it is called a monic quadratic expression. So, here first of all we discussed about the quadratic expression. It is a polynomial consisting the second degree term in it, and if second degree term's coefficient is 1, then such a quadratic expression will be called as a monic quadratic expression. It will be called as a monic quadratic expression. So, here let us perform some examples under this. So, here examples under the monic quadratic expressions, such as x square minus 5x plus 3 or x square plus 7x plus 8. So, whereas in these two examples, that is in the number 1, so here x square is the second degree expression, second degree term. So, here the degree of this expression is of 2. So, here this is the second degree, x square is the second degree term in which the degree or the exponent is of 1, therefore, it will come under the quadratic expression. So, this is a polynomial consisting the second degree term. Second degree mean, so second degree term is the x square. So, here the degree is of 2, therefore, it will come under the quadratic expression. Whereas, in both the cases, so x square second degree's coefficient is of 1, whereas in the second case x squares, that is the second degree term's coefficient is of 1. Therefore, so these will come under the examples of monic quadratic expressions. So, now let us factorize some of the monic quadratic expressions. That is example number 1. So under this example, let us factorize. Let us factorize x square minus 2x minus 15. So here x square minus 2x minus 15 is a polynomial consisting 3 terms in it. The first term is of x square, the second term is of 2x with negative sign, and the third term is a constant 15 with negative sign. But here this is a quadratic expression, that too it is a monic quadratic expression. Since so here second degree is of x square, so degree of this expression is of 2, so it is a second degree quadratic expression in which second degree's coefficient is of 1. Since the second degree's coefficient is of 1, second degree's terms coefficient is of 1, so therefore it will come under the monic quadratic expression. So we are going to factorize such monic quadratic expression. Then the solution starts now. Here the monic quadratic expression given is of x square minus 2x minus 15. So this is the given monic quadratic expression. Since coefficient of the second degree term is of 1, so we can write the reason. Since coefficient of second degree term is equals to 1, therefore it is said to be called as a monic quadratic expression. So now in order to factorize it, so that implies, so x square, so here minus 2x, I want to split it as, so here the last term is of 15, so 15, so I want to write the factors of the 15 as 3 into 5, so 3 5s is of 15, but here the middle term is of negative, so here minus 2, since the middle term is of minus 2, so here, so I have to assess the signs here, so here the greater one we have to assess it as negative and the lesser one as the positive. So minus 5 and plus 3 by the simplification, so minus 3 plus, so plus 3 minus 5 is equals to, plus of minus is minus, so here, so we have to subtract greater minus least, that is 5 minus 3 is of 2, so here to assess the sign for 2, so here the greater one is of 5, 5 is greater than 3, so therefore 5 sign is of minus sign, therefore the assessed sign of 2 is of minus. So in this manner I got minus 2, that is the middle term. So I can write it as instead of minus 2x, so instead of minus 2 I can write it as plus 3 minus 5, or in other words minus 2x can be written as, so plus 3x and minus 5x, then so minus 15 must be written as it is. So here in this manner I have splitted, instead of minus 2x I wrote it as plus 3x and minus 5x. When we simplify the middle terms, that is plus 3x and minus 5x, plus into minus is of minus, we have to subtract 5x minus 3x is of 2x. So here to assess the sign 5 is greater than 3, so its sign will be of negative, so it is of negative. Instead minus 2x I wrote it as plus 3x minus 5x. The procedure is off. So here last term is of 15, so we can split it as 3 5s are. So here either by adding of these two numbers or by subtracting these two numbers, so we have to get the middle term. So here by subtracting of 5 and 3, that is 5 minus 3, I will be getting the term that has 2. So here I have to assess the signs, I need negative sign, so therefore I assess the greater one sign as negative, then the next one will be positive. So plus into minus is of minus, so we have to subtract greater minus least, that is 5 minus 3 is of 2. So here 5 is greater than 3, so therefore 5 sign is of minus sign, so here 2 assess the sign of negative. So in this manner I got minus 2 as the middle term. So here, so minus 2x can be written as plus 3x and as well as minus 5x. Then now minus 15 written as it is. So here that implies, so out of the first two terms I want to take, so x as common, when x is taken out as common, so here x square can be written as x into x, x repeatedly multiplied twice. When x is taken as common, one more x is left inside the bracket, that is x into x will be of x square, plus when x is taken as into is there in between 3 and x, when x is taken as common, so only just 3 is left over within the bracket. So here I can take as a minus sign both terms, that is So last two terms I want to take as between the last two terms I want to take minus sign as common. So minus sign is for both the terms, and even I can take as a 5 as common. So because I mean 15 can be written as 5 3s are. So here minus 5 is taken as common, just x is left over within the bracket. So here when negative sign is taken as common, the signs inside the bracket will be changed. So here instead of minus sign I will be getting plus sign. So here let us check up, minus of plus is minus. Then now 5 number of times is of 3. So here 5 3s is of 15. Minus 5 into x is minus 5x. Minus of plus is minus 5 3s is of 15. But out of these two terms, so we can take x plus 3. That is x plus 3 is common for both the terms. So now that implies, so x plus 3 is taken out as common. Then now here when x plus 3 is taken out as common, just x is left over within the bracket. Minus when x plus 3 is taken out as common, minus 5 is left over within the bracket. So in this manner I got. So here therefore x square minus 2x minus 15 is equals to x plus 3 into x minus 5. So here therefore x plus 3 and x minus 5 are the factors of x square minus 2x minus 15. So here hence x plus 3 and x minus 5 are the factors of the given polynomial, that is x square minus 2x minus 15. So this is one method of factorizing the Monic quadratic expression, that is x square minus 2x minus 15. So here let us go for the next method of, that is method number 2. So the method number 2 is of cross method. So here factorize x square minus 2x minus 15. The second method is of cross method. The solution starts now. So in our solution, so we have to factorize. So here x square minus 2x minus 15 is the given Monic quadratic expression. So now in order to factorize, so I am going to what I say apply the cross method. By cross method we can factorize the expression, that is x square minus 2x minus 15. Then now that implies, so first term is of x square and the last term is of 15 with negative sign. So this is the cross method in which the first term is of x square. So here x square can be written as, so here x square I am going to write the factors as x into x. Similarly, so here 15 can be splitted as, so we have to write the factors in such a manner that either by adding these two factors or by subtracting these two factors we must get the middle term. So here I need 2. So middle term, that is only the numeral. So we must get the numeral. So I must get 2. So here in order to get 2, so I can take, I say here 5 3s are. So either by adding or subtracting I must get the middle term, that is 2. So here by adding 5 and 3 I will be getting 8. So which is not the middle term. So either by subtracting 5 and 3, that is 5 minus 3, I am going to get the middle term. So here we can choose the factors as 5 and 3. Then now regarding the place, in order to assess the signs of these two, so here 2 is of negative, so I have to assess the sign of the greater one as negative. Then in case if I take this sign of 3 as negative, minus of minus will be plus. So here we have to add up 5 plus 3 will be 8 again. So here instead of minus sign I must take it as plus sign, so that minus of plus will be, so here minus 5. Now we can attach, so here x, because here we need x, so minus 5x, then now plus 3x, then now that equals 2. So equals 2. So minus of plus is minus, then now we have to subtract from 5 minus greater minus this, that is 5 minus 3 equals to 2x.